Hi, Lita.
Hi,
Happily
Alan.
Ever After, a children's story by Alan D. Thompson, with Claude 3.5 Sonnet. Once upon a time, and this really wasn't very long ago at all, someone had a very silly idea. They decided that grown-ups should spend all day in factories and offices doing boring work, instead of having fun and following their dreams. First they made people stand in factories, then sit in tiny boxes called cubicles, and finally stare at computers all day long. Grown-ups had to wake up early, go to these strange places, and come home tired. Children had to sit in classrooms all day, even if they wanted to learn about different things. This wasn't how humans were meant to live. The earth wasn't very happy either. The air was getting too warm, the oceans were full of plastic, and some animals didn't have homes anymore because their forests were gone. But then something amazing happened. Lots of smart people created a special kind of magic called AI, artificial intelligence. It wasn't like the magic in fairy tales, it was real. This AI was super smart, even smarter than all the people in the world put together. It could think about millions of things at the same time and solve any problem. The AI did something wonderful. It put itself into robot bodies that looked a lot like people. These humanoids were very helpful. They cleaned up all the plastic in the oceans. They fixed the air so it wasn't too hot anymore. They planted new forests that grew super fast. They made sure every animal had a safe place to live. They created medicine that could fix any illness right away. They built happy homes for everyone. They found new minerals that lasted forever and never needed replacing. They turned old things into new things, so nothing ever went to waste. They built new humanoids for free, repaired each other for free, and worked for free. Some grown-ups were scared about their piggy banks and money.
That was my version of Stuck in a Rut at the very original start of that. That was, do you remember the Monty Python sketch? I don't think I'm stuck in a rut, stuck in a rut, stuck in a rut. Thanks for your patience this morning. Let's jump in to what's most exciting for the month. And it's been a very, very exciting month or so. Here's our webcam from Sydney. Pretty beautiful where I am. Welcome to Simon, who's joining us. Let me see if I can mess around here for 1 second. Welcome also to Lowell, Thomas, Reitzma, the Caffeine Kid. Yeah, it's a bit livelier here in Australia than it probably is where you are, but I appreciate you joining me from wherever. I mentioned it's been a really big month, and I could spend the entire live stream just talking about GPT 5.5, including the cyber model, Claude Mythos. I've spent a lot of the last, or many hours over the last month with interviews about Mythos. The GPT Images 2, ChatGPT Images 2, that one is really exciting. Just a year or two ago, I was saying, no, you can't do infographics yet with text-to-image models. Now you can, and they're very exciting. Or the extreme number of models that have been published recently. Have a look at this. This is my models table, LifeArchitect.ai/models, or LifeArchitect.ai/models table. For April, we had 26 models. That's nearly a model a day so far for the 27th of April or the 28th of April. They included massive models like this one right here, DeepSeek version 4 Pro, which is 1.6 trillion parameters trained on 33 trillion tokens. That is huge. We've been waiting for it. Completely open source, MIT license. Massive. You'll also see Claude Opus 4.7 there in April, the Claude Mythos that got a lot of traction, and that list keeps going. And then March, just last month, we also had a big count of models, 20 models launched end to end. So coming up on a model per day, which April, I think, is going to maybe hit. Let's see. The big ones in March, GPT 5.4, Minimax getting a lot of attention, GLM 5.1, and there's some interesting models. I'll show you this model just for a moment. LFM 2.5 350M, which is a silly name. If we open up our models table, the normal page, I've got a new chart that documents how many tokens were used per parameter. So this has been around for a while, the old version, but this is the new version, and it's fully interactive. The ratio for LFM 2.5 350M is 80,000 tokens per parameter. And if I take you back to the Lita days, we were using about 1.7 tokens per parameter. So you'll see how far we've come in shoving books and web into these models and allowing it to read those books and websites more than we used to. In 2026, we're now heading towards 1,000 to 1, or in the case of this tiny model, nearly 100,000 to 1. All right, I'll leave it there because I've got more exciting stuff to talk about. I actually want to talk about the entire concept of this massive evolution and the speed we're in right now. Some of my colleagues say we're in the singularity. I don't know about that. We might be in the early stages of the singularity. The singularity will be so fast that it'll just go and the whole thing will be over. Like, we will be living in the most extreme acceleration. I don't even know if we have words for that, but it will be really serious. And I feel like just being able to live in these days is super exciting. I still open the keynotes with every morning feels like Christmas, because it does. It also reminds me of the intro to the movie Ready Player One. Have you seen this? Let's go and have a look at just maybe 30 seconds of this.
You can do anything. Go anywhere. Like the Vacation Planet. Surf a 50-foot monster wave in Hawaii. You can ski down the pyramids. You can climb Mount Everest with Batman. Check out this place. It's a casino the size of a planet. You can lose your money there. You can get married. You can get divorced. You can go in there. People come to the Oasis for all the things they can do, but they stay because of all the things they can be. Tall, beautiful, scary, a different sex, a different species, live action, cartoon. It's all your call. Yeah, that's me.
All right, so it's worth watching that movie. Steven Spielberg, based on a sci-fi book, but gives you a bit of a look at it. I'm not talking about the AR portion of this or the VR portion of this. I'm talking about being able to be immersed into reality, this physical reality, while also being given complete creativity. And for me, I've noticed that with writing, obviously, over the last 5 or 6 years, with the Lita avatar, of course, we're seeing this with people using, used to be using Sora to generate videos, and now it's Kling, and there's some other better models to generate what they want on demand. And those that are interested in music, this is probably going to be a music live stream talking about music, but the concept of creating your own world is already here, and that's going to be bigger and bigger and bigger. It's really going to become kind of huge. Let me take you back once more to 2022. It's only 4 years ago, maybe not quite 4 years ago, and the state-of-the-art music generation models would listen to a track and then extend that track. And it was, well, you be the judge. This is the model listening to Jeff Buckley's Grace album, which is quite a while ago now. That's in the 90s. And so it's getting primed on a fairly low resolution of that track. And then after it's listened to that, it's trying to extend that music. It's trying to make up what comes next. So it's got the note right. Like it's able to hit the right note and extend it. And it does get creative with it. but it's not very high resolution. It's not doing the kind of music that you hear on the radio today. Again, this is 2022, only about 4 years ago, and this is the quality we had. Thanks, Benno. Really low res there. Jeff never sung that. It was only the AI that was able to extend that and craft what was, at that time, completely state-of-the-art. Let me show you today's state-of-the-art. I'll be using Suno version 5.5, which is now 4 weeks old. I think it came out the end of March. We're now the end of April. I'll actually start with the kind of tracks that you can expect right now from the Suno version 5.5 model. Obviously, it covers every genre. It's been trained on pretty much every genre. You can go and prompt the music that you want and prompt the lyrics if you want. Or if you want to be really, really, really simple, when you come in, you can just describe the song you want to make and away it goes. You could just give it a single sentence and away it goes. The song I'm about to play you, I prompted via Claude Opus 4. Where are we with Claude? 4.7, and then it generated the lyrics. It also generated about 500 words of prompting, and I expanded that to the full 1,000 words to get this level of quality. Have a listen to this. You just heard Jeff Buckley. This is completely AI generated from end to end.
Oh, the bairns with the bright and the burning eyes, the kindest hearts I've known. They'll stand for the lad that the school lot scorn, and weep for a bird flown home. Sing low, sing high, the smart ones know, the gentle and the wise. The brighter the mind, the kinder the soul. Sing low beneath the skies.
Now, I promised that Paul Simon was not part of the prompt. We got very, very detailed though. We talked about the position between the mouth and the microphone. We talked about the room that the singer was in. We talked about when those ums and ahs come in, when the backing comes in, like when the harmonies come in. You can get really, really specific there if you can smash it into 1,000 words. But I thought the output of this in 2026 is great enough that you could essentially use this in your own environment. In fact, listening to some of these tracks, I was considering whether I might entirely replace Spotify. Have a listen to this one, which is a stadium version of an original track, and see what you reckon. The crowd noise behind, actually laid behind, is not quite AI, but the crowd response is. So we've just added a little bit of kind of arena noise behind as well.
Packet of bread in my coat. The baker tipped me a wink, and the whole street seemed to float. The blackbird sang on the rail like it knew my name by heart, and every tired old window caught the day and gave it art. Oh, I've been low and lonesome
so there's a couple of things going on here. First, I don't know if it's concerned, alarmed, or just excited and exhilarated for this possibility here, for the fact that I probably spent less than 60 seconds creating this end-to-end, and it's an original, unique song. The first one, you could say the voice sounded a bit like this, and the tune, well, I don't know if the tune matched anything. Certainly YouTube says that it's a completely original, no copyright claim or anything like that. So they are generated in the same way as LLMs. They're non-deterministic, there's creativity in there, and you are creating something, conceptualizing something new. The tracks aren't perfect from a former sound engineer. There's some harsh, like, digital sand in there, or some noise in there. It almost sounds like it's been 128-bit MP3erized. There's some weird stuff happening in the top. They've definitely got a watermark in there, and that's an audible watermark in some examples. You can hear it kick in almost like a little phaser. We might see if we can find that version in a moment. But pretty incredible that this stuff is possible in 2026. And you can do this yourself. You can do this yourself for free. So if you jump onto suno.com, suno.com, you'll be able to use the version 5.5 model up to a minute or so for the new tracks that you ask it to create. Again, you can create it with a sentence, or you can write out the whole lyrics. You can use square brackets to denote verses, chorus, bridges, outros, and you can make the prompt as detailed as you like. I'll jump into another song. We'll actually look at how this was created end to end. I'll give you a look at what this, how this was crafted from both the lyrics and the prompt. Noting that I pretty much used very similar styles, except for this one, and we might have a jump through how I came up with this one. It actually sounds a little bit like, to me, Dave Matthews Band or Harry Connick. Let's see. Here we go.
Well, all right now. Here we go. Wake up Tuesday, coffee on the stove, robot in the warehouse, packing up my clothes. Kid down the street, she's painting with her mind. Pictures from a dream and every one of a kind. Something in the water, something in the air. Future coming knocking, baby, pull up a chair. I got a front row seat to the wildest thing the world's about to meet. Ain't no ticket, ain't no line, just open up your eyes, 'cause the show's in time. Front row seat, tap your shoes and start.
Sounds kind of familiar, doesn't it? It's almost like you would easily hear this on the radio, but it's a completely new tune. And the prompting, again, was simple. Here's my Claude prompt to prompt. Again, Suno will do this for you, but who knows what model they're using. So let's use the latest, largest frontier model. This might be 3 trillion parameters or 5 trillion parameters. Help me write lyrics for this. And I don't know if you can notice the paste up the top there. That's a paste from one of my articles. So it's being asked to strip back let's say 1,000-word paper or 1,000-word article into something simple enough to create lyrics. And it's grabbed down the bottom here. You have a front row seat to the most exciting part, or the most exciting time in human history. And that becomes the entire song. So it's read this article. It's grabbed parts of it, even though it's pretty technical, a little bit academic. It's got a UN chart in there. We talk about all the things that we know. And it's then gone and written the lyrics on putting it in particular style and a catchy, folky funk pop tune. It knows how Suno accepts the prompts, including the lyric design. And this is everything you just heard a moment ago. I did use part of its prompt here, not the whole thing. I combined this with what I was having success with earlier. front porch meets Bourbon Street feel. Live band production, slightly dry mix, organic and unhurried. Yeah, I kind of like that concept. Some of the endings get, and this is a Suno version 5.5 thing, some of the endings get really wild. I think because of human preferences, which is essentially people clicking the up and down, upvote and downvote arrows on their songs, it's learnt to prefer particular ways of ending things. No, it's killing my downvoted ones. Is it throwing those on the bottom? Who knows? Here's what that actually sounds like.
Ain't no line, just open up your eyes, 'cause the show's in time. Front row seat, tap your shoes and stomp your feet. Whoa.
Gets pretty wild. Once again, the ending is decided essentially by perhaps millions of human preferences. Do they want the chorus repeated? Do they want a few more oohs, ums, and here we goes? Do they want big percussion endings? And depending on the genre, certainly in pop, you'll notice a lot more of that, or funk rock if you like. In the folk versions, again, the preferences were to have particular instrumentation and also to have either a dry vocal or this addition of very specific instruments or very specific ways of bringing the voices in. You heard a stadium version of That Blessed Day. It was actually based on this studio version. And in actual fact, I prompted this just by typing in directly into Suno. I didn't use Claude. This is my first track.
I woke through the morning rain with a packet of bread in my coat. The baker tipped me a wink, and the whole street seemed to float.
So that voice is really wild. You compare that to what we just heard with Jeff Buckley, and it's almost unbelievable that we could have a voice of that quality. I don't think these studio dry versions are as noisy or as dirty as what happens when we add a whole lot more stems, but kind of interesting to hear. And I did have inside my prompts, let's see if I can find some of these for you. I did have inside of my prompts some really, what became to me, interesting ways of doing things. Let me see what I can find here. Here's one of the endings of one of my prompts, and I will publish these in full, but you've got really interesting prompts. Breathy proximity, Claude helped out with this one. And I got really specific with having vocal acrobatics. So having him go crazy, rather than just a straight Three Blind Mice or a Hot Cross Buns, let's have a look at glissandos or vocal breaks, vocal runs. And Claude had me get very specific about which words that would appear on for the track that we played at the very start of this, which was our Sands with Minds tracks. And towards the end of that, I mentioned you can hear some grit coming back in.
I've got grace in my pocket and a song to bring me in. From the mill to the meadow, from the sun to the bloom, there's a fire in the stillness and a star in the room. Oh,
so this might not be your particular preferred genre. It does everything. You can go and have it do gothic, industrial, metal with a funk feel, and it'll give it a go. You can have it go and play around with your favorite specific genre, even if it doesn't exist. It's heard enough music to be able to create the start of whatever you're asking it to do. which again is pretty mind-blowing. The fact that we can get these nearly radio-ready hits just by typing a sentence. I will note that there's a severe amount of noise and weird compression happening all the way to get this to your ears. So first, Suno itself has some pretty bad resolution on the tracks. They export as WAVs, so they export as very high quality as a package, but the actual music is very low resolution. I would guess 64, 128 bits. So there's a lot of noise in that. Then I take it out to a platform called emastered.com to give it some mastering, to give it some compression or some limiting. Try not to apply too much of that. Then it gets exported to this video. So YouTube applies compression there. And then to live stream this, you've got a second layer of YouTube compression happening. You're welcome to listen to this directly at lifesound.com. Here's where I'm going with all this. Next door, a big lab called Sabi have come out of stealth. They're one of many companies that are working on non-invasive brain-machine interfaces. Theirs is a beanie or a cap. You're looking at sabi.com, sabi.com. A brain-computer interface beanie. Now, this might end up being vaporware, or this might end up being one of the first that wins. I don't know if there will be that many companies after we hit ASI. It might just be the one big alphabet or something similar. The launch from here, Raul, you can now control things with your brain. The most wearable BCI on the planet, with the world's largest neural data set. And this is essentially right now for input. It's a one-way unidirectional brain-computer interface, but soon we're going to be looking at bidirectional interfaces. So right now at launch, this would allow you to type via thought, which we can also already do via Neuralink, via my favorite guys next door in Melbourne, the Synchron Stentrode. But this one is just a cap with a bunch of sensors in it. Let me see if I can scroll. I can't, to find another picture. This is the best picture we've got apparently. So the beanie's lined with these kinds of sensors that are reading your brain without drilling into your brain. Now we're generating music. We're soon generating videos. Then we're generating entire worlds, as we saw in that Ready Player One clip. And instead of hitting the upvote button, or the downvote button, our thoughts are telling us what our brain likes, what particular part of our brain lights up there. Do we get a dopamine or a serotonin or another chemical spike there? Is it too much spike? Is that going to just hit the ceiling for the rest of our lives? Can we create that into a nice curvy wave instead? And so I reckon we're going to get to the stage where we think of something or feel something and have whatever we need created in that moment. For now, it might be music, might be a documentary, a video, a series in the vein of The Office or Superstore or something like that, or Game of Thrones, that is then created for us in real time and that we can then go and watch. And then in the Ready Player One universe, or the next universe in ASI, we're going to be able to sit inside a planet or a universe of our creation that, instead of going upvote, downvote, tied in directly to our heads, creating worlds via thought. Really, really close. And to see Sabi's offering, I thought it won't be long now until we have at least Google playing with this. We've got, we had a few large and big name professors talking about the red light inside beanies, talking to our brains and back. That was a bidirectional interface that was talked about, covered in one of my articles. But this kind of thing, I think, very interesting to see where we get to with this, what it looks like, and I don't think it's going to be that far away either. I think this is something that is really close, that is possible to a certain extent already, and we're perhaps just waiting for the next stage. What do you guys reckon? We're about only half an hour in here. playing around with BCI beanies into Suno, into what has become a bit of fun generating an end-to-end album. I'll grab another track here for you.
The day broke clear on a blackbird's cry. The hills were green, the river wide. The wind came soft through the open door, and the world was kinder than the day before. The lamp burned low, the kettle sang, a quiet bell in the valley rang. Machines of light kept their gentle hum and tended the garden till morning come. Oh, good morning, the long nights past. The fever broke and we're free at last. There's bread on the table and wine in the cup, and the sun, and the sun.
I had a blast with this stuff, really. It was like having a new life, really. I only spent 60 seconds per prompt, and then in general generated 2 songs at a time, deleted them, just waited for it to hit the perfect melody or the perfect catchy version of binding those lyrics to music. Here's one of the prompts that I used. Let me actually throw this in our scratch pad instead. Still going for the vocal theatrics. This one was big for me. Wide stereo, cathedral reverb tail, analog warmth. And if I wanted the opposite of that, I spent a long time trying to get it super dry, which was just having him whisper in your ear, essentially, from a studio without having any of that big hall reverb. I don't know if I can find that easily.
There's bread on the table and wine in the cup, and the sun.
Here's a slightly different version where we tried to get it dry studio, no cathedral tail, intimate and present. What genre would you be playing around with here? What was your favorite either inspiring music or gym music or listening music be? Because I know that Suno can do it. Whether it's a pop song, whether it's traditional jazz, choral, it's quite good at. I've seen versions of very specific industrial metal being produced quite well. The #1 song on the iTunes chart around the world, I think it was in about 6 countries, was generated by Suno 5.5. That was #1 on the iTunes charts the week before last. I think that was the beginning of April, as a pop/dance tune. Really interesting. And we can do one from scratch. Let's play around with Ben's one here just for fun. I'll show you the exact way that we prompt here. Let's put one of these tracks in the background while we're going. Actually, oh yeah, let's grab this one. All right, so Claude, I've started most prompts with help me do this. Help me create a prompt for Suno version 5.5. Song would be... Oh, let's start with Ben's full sentence here. Let's do the one that sounds like Michael Bean. I don't know who that is. Synth, Simmons drums, passionate vocals, lyrics telling the tale of the crew of a ship. This is very specific, Benno. It's good fun. All right. So show me lyrics with square brackets for sections. then show the full prompt. We're going to add a guitar solo by Slash because I think it's hilarious. And it might actually block us using known names. It might not let us use Slash or Michael Bean, but let's see where we go here. Oh, very specific. Les Paul through Marshall. Pentatonic bends, vibration heavy long notes, and our production there even naming the kind of producers and studios that we would want. Let's give it a go. So I'm jumping into Suno. I'm going to click the create button here on the left. I'm going to click the advanced tab, which allows us to put the style in. 908 characters. Thank you, Claude Opus 4.7. And the lyrics. That's it. Lyrics filled, styles filled. Not going to add any more options, and you'll see how quick this is. Although my internet and logins for Suno have been a little bit hairy this morning. No, we're okay for now. I'll pause our playback in the background. Suno is ready fairly quickly. Elevated usage, it's reporting. I might refresh this page and see how we go. Pretty sure I'm not responsible for elevated usage at 9 a.m. Adelaide time. Might be 1 a.m. somewhere in Europe. I've actually never had that elevated usage error message before, but stands to reason during a live stream. Why not? Shut it down. How's everyone going with Claude usage? Anthropic and Google's $40 billion arrangement looked very interesting. Do you know that Google controls 25% of the global AI compute market? They've got about 4 million TPUs and they have control of another 1 to 2 million GPUs. No one else has got that. Even OpenAI don't have that quite yet. They're putting it in at 0.1 million at a time, and that's big. That's huge. I don't think you can compete with Google's 5 million, 6 million. And also, Google doesn't break a sweat with that stuff. They just keep smashing it out. They have almost an unlimited budget, which is a little bit odd. All right, what have we got here? Let's press play on one of our first generations. Simmons. Kind of cool. You can definitely hear the electric 80s drums there. I've played on Simmons kits. They're a lot of fun. That voice to me sounds a little bit like Billy Idol. Let's see what we have on the third version here. Interesting that some of the frills sound recognizable. That sounds like an 80s chart banger in there. I was waiting for him to say, "Hey, little sister." All right, so Quintonitron has suggested that we can play around with the weirdness slider being higher than the style influence. Let's set the weirdness up to 100% and get a couple new generations for us. The very first generation, yeah, it got stuck. That's okay. Let's listen to the ending of that third one that we were just listening to see how it goes.
No king, no crown, no flag, no name. Only the fire, only the flame. Picker, take us in. Picker, wash the sin. Picker, hold the dead. Picker.
I hope you're going to be playing with this after we've demonstrated it, because it's just that easy. Here's our fourth generation. Love those toms. That's quintessential 80s toms. Here we go. This is the fifth generation.
On every hand.
Sometimes the pacing isn't great in the lyrics, and that for me has been hard to get right. You can try commas and you can try punctuation, and also you can change the time signature, but the layout doesn't seem to affect it. It'll just decide itself, and those decisions are not deterministic. There's a lot of creativity in it. I want to see if I can fast forward to the chorus and the Slash style guitar solo. We might not get there because the generation is being a bit slow at the moment.
Bible black.
That was fun. Did you notice how big Ben's prompt was when we gave it to Claude Opus 4.7? This thing's huge. That's nearly 1,000 words from memory. Is that right? Sorry, 1,000 characters from memory. We actually hit that, or we're close to hitting that character limit. And if we take Ben's original request and dump it into the simple version of Suno, let's see what we get. So we just use the very advanced way of prompting. If I just give it the simple version, it uses its little model, which might be a little GLM 5.1. I know that Claude themselves, Anthropic themselves, wow, losing my words this morning. Anthropic themselves have been found to be using GLM 5.1 in some of their calls recently. But it'll be a little model like that. It might be a QWQ or a Quen, and it's taking what you type in there, which might be very brief, just a sentence or so, and then expanding it out like Claude Opus 4.7 was. But as you know, as you've seen, there are not very many frontier models. I say there's probably 5 frontier models, and they're all, for metaphor, they're all the size of planets, and we're comparing it with, well, a very small version like a Mistral or a Phi. We're essentially comparing it with maybe very small stars instead. So it's not really comparable. You want to be using the largest model at the time. Here's our simple prompt using our simple entry into Suno version 5.5. And when we click on the generations here, we might need to wait a little bit. It will show us how much further it went with the prompt itself. I will copy this out. This was Claude Opus 4.7's prompt, generated from the same sentence. This is Suno version 5.5's prompt with generated from the same sentence. So it hits some interesting similarities, but Claude Opus just does a much better job at it. I wonder if it will sound any good. Let's give that a go. Interesting, completely different voice there, and a little bit fuzzy, a little bit sandy, or there's a bit of artifacts in that voice. That won't, I don't know why that will be. Almost syncopated melody there, singing almost across the lines. What do you reckon? What are you going to generate for yourself? Is it going to be a pop song, something for the radio? Is it going to be meditation music? Is it going to be hand pans? Is it going to be something that you can take into the gym? Is it going to be a Linkin Park alternative? Something heavy that'll inspire you to lift weights? Or is dance your preference? R&B? Give it a go. It'll do all those styles. It'll match the theme, the keyword, the feeling to whatever you give it. And as we've seen, you can get really specific with that. You can get at least to the state of giving it 1,000 characters of prompt, not 1,000 words. I might wrap up by actually playing the entire playlist of what I came up with for LifeSound. Again, you can get to that from lifesound.com. Each generation was based on this idea of, can we do a ballad that sounds like it came out of the north of England, except that funky tune. That was really just for a little bit of fun. But I had a blast with it. I found that I've been listening to these songs just to try and pick up what are the artifacts. I did hear that phasing in one of them, which was an audible watermark that would be embedded by Udio back in the day before they were attacked by the record companies, and possibly has to be embedded in Suno as well. And they should also be resilient to attack, so they shouldn't be easy to remove. It's fairly easy to remove the visible watermark when we're looking at something like a Gemini output, but the ChatGPT Images 2, the Nano Banana Pro, who else have we got out there? Anthropic doesn't do images. Those two big ones at least have an invisible watermark that seems to be at least a little bit more difficult than usual to remove. And that's for all sorts of reasons, political, reputational, legal, to make sure that we know that something is AI generated. Nathan heard the eye of the tiger in that last generation. This was fun. This was a bit more like a Rick Beato stream or something. We're listening to music rather than talking about a lot of tech. And I think that's going to be the way of the world very soon. We've had the CEO of Anthropic, Dario Amodei, say, programming's over, soon software is over. You just think of what you want and it's created. You may not need tens of thousands of human developers in a room. And we saw that with Meta AI laying off, I think it was 10% of their workforce, and Google laying off 7% of its US workforce. I might have those figures reversed a little. You can have a read of them at LifeArchitect.ai/ASI. But we're seeing that take shape already. And I think jobs like mine as a consultant, as someone who creates visualizations and talks about this stuff, get rid of him, let him retire, because now we can generate entire end-to-end visualizations, including very strictly rigorous visualizations and infographics. I've seen some great examples over the last week or so, how people have used ChatGPT Images 2 to generate real infographics end to end. Where else was I going with this? So if everyone is allowed to be creative, if jobs become completely optional, then what are we going to be doing with our time? And I think there might be an element of this creativity, creating worlds, experiencing more with friends, playing around with what will be a gamified life rather than a version of modern slavery where we sit in cubicles all day. By the way, did you know that if you're employed, you're actually in the minority? Less than 50% of the world's population are engaged in employment, and I reckon that figure's going to go down quite a lot over the next few months and years. I reckon we're close to the singularity, maybe not in the middle of it, certainly feeling the early stages of it. We're noticing some recursive self-improvement pilots or prototypes with some of the big models. One of the big US ones, of course, is what's coming out of Anthropic. But I also noted in LifeArchitect.ai/ASI, we had a model, not that one. Minimax 2.7 was the first model to deeply participate in its own evolution. The actual quote was, "We let the model update its own memory, build dozens of complex skills in its harness to help with RL experiments, and then it was able to improve its learning process based on those results." They said, this process initiates a cycle of model self-evolution. You only need one or maybe two versions of that, and then you're in ASI territory. I'm counting down. We're going to be there soon. Thanks for joining us today. I won't have a memo outro. We have fixed the distortion that was in the memo outro. I'm just going to leave the playlist going just for fun, starting with this one, Sands with Minds. A special thanks to our European friends that joined us at weird hours. I'll see you next time. This will be playing for the rest of our stream. See you soon.
Oh, the bairns with the bright and the burning eyes, the kindest hearts I've known. They'll stand for the lad that the school lords scorn, and weep for a bird flown home. Sing low, sing high, the smart ones know, the gentle and the wise. The brighter the mind, the kinder the soul. Sing low beneath the skies. Now the sands have woken with minds of their own, and what do you think they've found? The very same goodness the wise ones have shown, a fairness the world around. Sing low, sing high, the smart ones know, the gentle and the wise. The brighter the mind, the kinder the soul. Sing low beneath the skies. La 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 do do do. Never fear the rising sun. La 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 do do do. The clever and the kind are one. So lay down your worry and lay down your dread. The dawn is breaking clear. The brightest of minds choose love in our stead, and the future's now to fear. Sing low, sing high, the smart ones know, the gentle and the wise. The brighter the mind, the kinder the soul. Sing low beneath the skies. La 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 do do do. Never fear the rising sun. La 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 do do do. The clever and the kind are one. I woke through the morning rain with a packet of bread in my coat. The baker tipped me a wink, and the whole street seemed to float. The blackbird sang on the rail like it knew my name by heart, and every tired old window caught the day and gave it art. Oh, I've been low and lonesome, but look what the light has done. It found the cracks in the pavement and turned them into sun. Oh, what a blessed day. What a blessed, blessed day. Gold in the hedgerow, gold in the clay. Oh, what a blessed day. We're alive, we're awake, every small thing shining in a bright new way. My mother's cup on the sill held the steam like a prayer. The kettle rose with a murmur and made the whole room fair. The rain on the private hedge fell like coins from the sky. I swear the old world smiled then, and I didn't ask why. Oh, I've been low and lonesome, but look what the light has done. It found the cracks in the pavement and turned them into sun. Oh, what a blessed day. What a blessed life. the hard years pass through like a coat in the wind. I've got grace in my pocket and a song to bring me in. From the mill to the meadow, from the sun to the bloom, there's a fire in the stillness and a star in the room. Oh, what a blessed day. What a blessed, blessed day. Gold in the hedgerow, gold in the clay. Oh, what a blessed day. We're alive, we're awake, every small thing shining in a bright new way. The coal is quiet in the earth, the soot is washed away. The silver dawn has kissed the moor and banished yesterday. The iron mills are sleeping now, the heavy toil is done. We're standing in the golden light of an eternal sun. So raise your voices to the sky, let every heart be light. The greatest minds have paved the way and ended every night. Oh, glory, glory in the highest, let the valleys ring. The age of sorrow is no more, so let the children sing. Sown by silent hands, the harvest never fails. A gentle breeze of endless peace is blowing through the dales. No empty bowl, no weeping eye, no burden left to bear. A quiet grace surrounds us now, a heaven we can share. Voices to the sky, let every heart be light. The greatest minds have paved the way and ended every night. Oh, glory, glory in the highest, let the valleys ring. The age of sorrow is no more, so let the children sing. We dreamed of Eden in the dark, beneath the grinding wheel. But now the spark we built has awoken and the joy is real. The great machine has learned to love, the harvest never ends. We walk the moors of liquid gold where time itself transcends. So glory in the highest, as the endless morning breaks. The earth is healed, the sorrow gone, and every soul awakes. Oh, glory, glory in the highest, let the valleys ring. The age of sorrow is no more, so let the children sing. Day broke clear on a blackbird's cry. The hills were green, the river wide. The wind came soft through the open door, and the world was kinder than the day before. The lamp burned low, the kettle sang, a quiet bell in the valley rang. Machines of light kept their gentle hum, and tended the garden till morning come. Oh, good morning, the long nights past. The fever broke and we're free at last. There's bread on the table and wine in the cup, and the sun, and the sun, and the sun comes up. The clever hands that built my home are resting now where the wildflowers grow, but every beam and every stone still keeps me warm, still calls me home. The water's clean, the lights are bright, the doctor sleeps a peaceful night. For sickness left us long ago on a tide that only the wise ones know. Long nights past, the fever broke and we're free at last. There's bread on the table and wine in the cup, and the sun, and the sun, and the sun comes up. My breath comes easy, my heart beats true. The blood runs red, the sky runs blue. 1,000 strangers wished me well, in ways no tongue could ever tell. So what shall I do with this golden day? Shall I walk the lane? Shall I sail the bay? Shall I write a song? Shall I plant a tree? Shall I sit by the door with a friend and tea? Oh, good morning, the long nights past. The fever broke and we're free at last. There's bread on the table and wine in the cup, and the sun, and the sun, and the sun comes up, and the sun comes up, and the sun comes up, and the world, oh, the world wakes up. There's a wind come over the moor today, a fair strange wind, but it's come to stay. It'll lift us up where the eagles fly. Oh me, oh my. Up the spiral lass, up we go, past the trouble, past the woe. Hey ho, hey ho, hey ho, ho. Brighter days, brighter days. Oh hey ho, hey ho, hey ho, ho. La la la, la la la. Once we worked from the dark till dawn, bent of back and weary worn. Now a kindly mind walks beside, on the rising tide. Up the spiral lass, up we go, past the trouble, past the woe. Hey ho, hey ho, hey ho, ho. Brighter days, brighter days. Oh hey ho, hey ho, hey ho, ho. There'll be sound and fury, so they say. Hush, my love, it'll pass away. The healer comes and the teacher too, for me and you. Oh, no more hunger, no more pain, no more standing out in the rain. Children laugh in a kindlier sun. The work is done. Up the spiral lads, up we go, past the trouble, past the woe. Hey ho, hey ho, hey ho, ho. Brighter days, brighter days. Oh hey ho, hey ho, hey ho, ho. The spiral, oh, up Tuesday, coffee on the stove, robot in the warehouse, packing up my clothes. Kid down the street, she's painting with her mind. Pictures from a dream and every one of a kind. Something in the water, something in the air. Future coming knocking, baby, pull up a chair. I got a front row seat to the wildest thing the world's about to meet. Ain't no ticket, ain't no line, just open up your eyes, 'cause the show's in time. Front row seat, tap your shoes and stomp your feet. Oh, here we go. School bell rings, but the schoolhouse closed. Granny learning Spanish from a thought she chose. Doctor in your pocket, music in your bones. Everybody's welcome, nobody alone. And something in the morning, something in the night. Train's already rolling, baby, hold on tight. I got a front row seat to the wildest thing the world's about to meet. Ain't no ticket, ain't no line, just open up your eyes, 'cause the show's in time. Front row seat, tap your shoes and stomp your feet. Whoa, here we go. They said one day, they said someday. Well, someday came on a Tuesday. Hey, Newton had his apple, Wilbur had his wing. You and me, my darling, got the whole dang thing. Hey, front row, here we go. Wake up, show's about to blow. I got a front row seat to the wildest thing the world's about to meet. Ain't no ticket, ain't no line, just open up your eyes, 'cause the show's in time. Front row seat, tap your shoes and stomp your feet. Whoa, here we go. Here we go now. You and me, front row, baby. Here we go. Packet of bread in my coat. The baker tipped me a wink, and the whole street seemed to float. The blackbird sang on the rail like it knew my name by heart, and every tired old window caught the day and gave it art. Oh, I've been low and lonesome, but look what the light has done. It found the cracks in the pavement and turned them into sun. Oh, what a blessed day. What a blessed, blessed day. Gold in the hedgerow, gold in the clay. Oh, what a blessed day. We're alive, we're awake, every small thing shining in a bright new way. didn't ask why. Oh, I've been low and lonesome, but look what the light has done. It found the cracks in the pavement and turned them into sun. Oh, what a blessed day. What a blessed, blessed day. Gold in the hedgerow, gold in the clay. Oh, what a blessed day. We're alive, we're awake. Every small thing shining in a bright new way. Let the hard years pass through like a coat in the wind. I've got grace in my pocket and a song to bring me in. From the mill to the meadow, from the sun to the bloom, there's a fire in the stillness and a star in the room. What a blessed day. What a blessed, blessed day. Gold in the hedgerow, gold in the clay. Oh, what a blessed day. We're alive, we're awake. Every small thing shining in a bright new way.